I remember the first thing that I felt was I felt alive, and I could feel this really strong heartbeat, and I felt like warm, and I realised that my hands, like they weren't blue, and I had colour. And even though I was in a hell of a lot of pain, because I had like, bleeding pacing wires and 6 drainage tubes and central venous lines. I had 2 cannulas in each of my groins and 1 on my wrist, 2 at the back of my hands. I was kind of wired up. People were calling us Dr. Octavius. But it is strange. The first thing that I felt was alive. And I remember the heartbeat would keep me awake at night because I wasn't used to the strength of a heartbeat, so I couldn't sleep, and I could hear it in my head when I was trying to fall asleep. But then I got fascinated, so I asked one of the doctors if I could take a stethoscope, and I used to hold it to my chest and just sit for hours and hours listening to this heartbeat. But I remember when I was a kid, my younger brother, he got a trampoline for, I think it was Christmas or his birthday. And I used to get always dead jealous about everybody that was bouncing this trampoline, and I was always told by my mum and doctors that I can't do it, you'll make yourself ill. But one day, I don't know what it was, I just got sick and tired of being sit in his bedroom, so I did go down the stairs and I did jump on the trampoline. I think I jumped on the trampoline for probably about 15 seconds, if that. It wasn't really a lot, and it seemed to be the best 15 seconds of my life because I felt like a normal child, and I felt free, and I was jumping in the air and feeling the wind and feeling alive. But then shortly after I got off the trampoline, within about half an hour, I ended up taking really, really ill with like severe chest pain, and I went blue and I couldn't catch my breath, so it was like emergency blue light ambulance up to Freeman Hospital, and and I was kept in for like 2 or 3 days, and then I was warned then that I would have put myself at such a high potential of risk. I could have had a heart attack and I could have cardiac arrested, and whether or not I regret them 15 seconds, I don't know, because even though it was silly and it was a stupid thing to do, but at the moment in time it felt like the right thing to do for me. And like I said, I felt alive and I felt free, and so I don't really necessarily think I regret jumping on the trampoline, but I did in the sense of the illness that I suffered afterwards. But to feel like a kid and feel normal, then no, I don't regret it. But I was lucky that my mum was a great strength and support and a great inspiration. And even though it must have been difficult for her to see her son like that, she still made it in the sense where she was trying to keep me positive and keep me happy and making sure that I was alright. And then to have 2 other kids on top of that to look after, she was kind of like, the real life Wonder Woman in a sense, just without the costume. But family are the best, and you've got to have a good family, especially if you've got a member that's going through that kind of thing. If you've got a member that's going through heart failure and needs a transplant, it brings the family together. So it's now moving on. It's now going to travel the world a bit more, get married. That's the way I see it. I see it as just a very, very positive outlook for the future, and I'm very much looking forward to it. And I just genuinely can't wait.